This war is far from over.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the restoration of the Valyrian Empire. Under the righteous leadership of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Sanguinius, the Dragon of Zakul, Belaerys. If you can tell that I've been watching Warhammer lately, you'll also want to meet his friend, Gillian, with a Valyrian twist on it. Gillian Valyrius. Valyrius? I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing... I'm going to butcher some of these. You can all argue in the comments about the pronunciation of these things. But yeah, he's Gillian Valyrius. I've definitely been watching too much Warhammer lately. So I also have Vulcan Ilvar and Leman Mataraeon. These names are very confusing, but I do like their sigil. It's like a giant chimera-looking thing with all the different flames and different dragon colors. Interesting fact about the Valyria of old, however, they never actually had banners. That was a very Westeros Andal kind of thing. House Targaryen only took the three-headed dragon for itself during the Conquest. Prior to that, Valyria never really had household banners. So it never really had house mottos. So I'm going to make up some stuff along the lines of, rather than having a motto, they have a prayer dedicated to a specific god. So Belaerys is dedicated to Zakul. So their name is by Zakul's flame. Ilvar isn't a dragon riding house, so they're just by Darkest Night. These lads are by Tiamat's Wrath, and Gillian is by Razikil's Rage. My headcanon for this is either that they use dragon names or god names. Whatever was most important to the house at its founding is the words that they live by. But I digress. We are in the year 2 AC, after Conquest. Aegon Targaryen has forged for himself the 7 kingdoms of Westeros, not including Dawn. We don't talk about Dawn. Everything, including that, proceeded exactly as canon for King Aegon. He conquered the 7 kingdoms, and he will forge for himself a kingdom to rival old Valyria, as he believes one of the last dragon lords left alive. One of the only survivors of the Doom. He is terribly, terribly wrong. As over in the east, another family has been licking its wounds and preparing for this very moment. House Valyrius found sanctuary on the Isle of Valyria, escaping with only one dragon, the greatest one to their name, Zakul, the White Death. A monstrosity of a beast, but heavily wounded by the Doom. It took many years for the dragon to fully heal. In that time, another dragon lord declared himself emperor. Just when all seemed lost, it was the dragon Zakul and his rider, Belaerys, to swoop down and save the man, bringing the dragon lords under his service. As Sanguinius gave the man an ultimatum to kneel before the dragon of Zakul, House Belaerys would lead his people to a new future, rising Valyria from the ashes. In canon, he marched into Valyria and died. Basically, the Belaerys swoop in, save him at the last possible moment, and make him bend the knee once his army's considerably defeated. In my head, Belaerys let his forces die. Could have swept in sooner and saved the man, but he let the host of 30,000 die, saving only the few, and keeping the dragon lords alive as vassals. Which is the same deal for the Mataraeons. The Mataraeons? Mataraeon? I'm gonna butcher these pronunciations. It's the same deal for these boys. By what I remember from this house, it's extremely, half canon or something. I think it's briefly mentioned they survived the Doom in one of the Free Cities, and then they were killed or assassinated or something along those lines. But in this reality, I wanted another dragon riding house. I'm gonna say that one way or another they became the friends of House Belaerys. And you might ask yourself, Sol, this seems really easy, like you're massively overpowered. Have you seen the stats on Sanguinius? The Dragon of Zakul is unstoppable, dude. Yes, he is. Ultimately, the plan is to have several rival dragon houses inside of Valyria once we reform it. So we'll have the potential for conflict with the other houses also having really powerful dragons. And speaking of their dragons, we have Tiamat, the Chromatic, which is just a blend of all colors, which look kind of cool. And we have the slightly larger Razikil, the Majestic, the solid gold, sparkling dragon. And ultimately, down the road, we'll end up in a situation where Valyria is split between the 3 or 4 powerful Dragon Lord houses. Belaerys will not be unchallenged. They will have threats. They will have to deal with the interworking politics of Valyria and vassals that ultimately are potentially a threat to their reign. Which should hopefully lead to a lot of shenanigans. Plus, I really like the Belaerys sigil that I stole off of Discord. I forget who made this, but it originally wasn't me. All I did is change some colors around and stuff, so I did nick this off somebody else. I will actually look to see who the hell did it real quick. One called Denny's the Dreamer. That's their handle on the Discord anyway. Yeah, I nicked that and just changed some of the colors around. I wanted the black with the purple and then the silver dragon. I want to stick with the theme of the banners being representative of the dragons. I feel like Westeros has its banners on all the, flapping flags and everything, but Valyria never had house banners. They just... You had a giant fucking dragon. That represented your house. Your dragons represented your family. You didn't need a fucking banner. You had a 200-foot story dragon, for Christ's sake. That's enough of a statement as it is. Oh, Sanguinius, by the way, is married to Empress Slanesh, Empress Severia, Celestine, and Caesar. So yeah, I've been getting back into Warhammer lately, obviously. As soon as we have our coronation and we're properly crowned, and the other Dragon Lord houses bend the knee, we will begin our conquest. So after the coronation, our plan is to go north and reunify northern Valyria, and then we move on the cities of Marine, Yunkai, Astapor, and Gis. If we can control Slaver's Bay, we can get enough money and supplies to rebuild Valyria. That's my plan. Those of you that have been around long enough will know that I did a Belaerys series once before, actually. In the same place. This is why I've started where I've started, because it's a callback to that. Plus, it kind of feels right. Targaryen started on an island, and now these guys have started on an island. So, yeah, the difficulty in this, I'm anticipating, is basically the fact that we're going to have a lot of rivals. There's going to be a lot of sons, a lot of internal conflict, and a lot of dragons. Chiefly, a lot of dragons. How do you make the dragons not a one-win-all button? You give everybody dragons. Loads of people are going to have dragons, and they're all going to hate each other. Everything's going to break down, and Valyria is just going to start ripping each other to shreds. I guarantee it. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Slanesh. I changed their names. I know this isn't how Slanesh is spelt. I don't think. Yeah, no, it isn't. I changed the names to be a bit Valyrian. I have a son by the Ilvar girl, actually, interestingly. The Emperor's first son, Alfarius Valyrius. Keeps having, there's a lot of daughters. I'm not going to do the theme for the daughters, but for the sons, it's all going to be Warhammer references. Conquering this place is not going to be the challenge. Conquering this place is going to be a steamroll where we just bully the living shit out of anybody that gets in my way. Conquest is going to be easy, that's not the problem. The meat of this series is going to be reclaiming Valyria, and then the political outcomes between the families and stuff, that's what I'm looking forward to. The Conquest is meh. We're just going to blitz through doing this stuff. So is born Rebute Belaerys. I almost said Gilliman at the end of the, had it. Alright, the Conquest of Slaver's Bay was even faster than I anticipated. But it's fine. Like I said, the beef of this series comes when we rebuild everything in Valyria. I just want to get enough money together that I can actually afford to do this. And then we can reclaim it all, and then we get to the politics and the backstabbing and the intrigue and shit. That's the part I'm looking forward to. The favored son is born, boys. Nothing bad's gonna happen. It's fine. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Warhammer 40k is historically known for absolutely nothing bad happening, okay? Oh shit. Visenya. The fuck happened, Visenya? Oh, what? Why, Aegon? Visenya, she was thrown into a snake pit by Aegon. Both of his sisters are now dead. Why? What did she do to piss him off? Damn it, Aegon, I need you, like, the Targaryens to still be alive later on. I want to have a big, like... I always like the idea of having a big dragon empire kingdom in one side of the map and then having the other one over there. Because the dragon stuff is always too one-sided, because there's only ever, like, one faction that have dragons. I want there to be multiple factions that have dragons, you know? Just attack Volantis because we can. You just... One day Volantis wakes up, there's just a fucking bunch of dragons flying in and enslaving them. Oh, shit! No! Gillian! Gillian, no! What happened, bro? He died of his wounds. Okay, I was not expecting that. Severely injured. I was not expecting... Okay, he died. Shit. We've got his dragon in the dragon pit now. That's a power move right there. Belaerys learns that he's dead, immediately nicks the dragon. I'm just giving these islands to my sons. Handing out territory to my boys. That probably won't go bad. This is what I mean, once you've got the Empire up and running, it's going to start ripping itself apart. Because they're all going to have dragons. They're all going to be wanting more than the brothers have. And all the brothers are going to be at each other's throats, and there's going to be like 20 of them, and it's going to be chaos. That's what I'm envisioning, is just shitloads of dragons, and just everyone trying to kill each other. Oh, that reminds me. Something that is deeply concerning. I mean, absolutely perfectly fine, and definitely not going to bite us in the ass. Horus has Razakale. My son Horus, my favorite son, the bestest son, and definitely trustworthy. See, look, he's even got compassionate. That makes sense. He has the second biggest dragon alive, bigger than all of his brothers. Yep, that's a thing that's happened. Yeah, screw it. I think at this point we have like 2,000. We could just sail into the smoking sea and start the restoration. Drag all those slaves that I've got, actually, and then start rebuilding over here. So we'll just. Imagine being enslaved by a dragon lord that appears out of nowhere, then goes, "Where are we going, my lord?" "To the doom, boy. To the doom." We're gonna stroll up to the capital. Sail the armada to the docks, land here, and then start rebuilding. I'm doubling down on this whole Imperium thing. Over time, a small changes that led to this, however. At the wedding, basically... Jesus Christ, the lag, dude. So basically, at the wedding, the Emperor lets it known that we are splitting off from High Valyrians. I will not be associated with those Targaryen dogs. Instead, we'll be Imperial Valyrian, which is just better in every way. Which will be more like the good old days, with the blood magic and the sacrifice and whatnot. Pretty much blood cultists, cloaked by the doom, sorcerers. I want heavy, like, old black magic kind of vibes going on. I just want to be separate from High Valyria, because I don't want Aegon to get benefiting from my progress, you know? Screw the Targaryens. They're pretenders, is what they are. Mongrel dogs of Westeros. So, the wedding goes off without a hitch. Celebrating the recolonization of the great city of Valyria. How did you drown? You're a dragon rider. How did you drown? The dragon failed you miserably. What the f... So that's one more dragon in our control. That's both of the other dragon riding houses having lost their fucking dragon now. Oh, what? She died. Oh, she died in childbirth. Shit. It's a good job I got that spare daughter laying around, isn't it, actually? Yeah, there you go. God damn it. How did she die? The chances of that happening. Come on. This is what she gets for inviting chaos into her life and dyeing her hair pink. It was a sign. It was a sign, really, if you think about it. So, you know how Horus, the boy, tamed the big-ass dragon? Yeah, well, his missus just tamed frickin' Tiamat. So, Horus and his wife now have the second and third largest dragons. Of course they do. You just can't make this shit up. What the f... How did... What? He fell from his dragon. My sons, how could you do this? Not you. Not you, Roberto. Not you. The Ultra Fire. Why? Not you, dude. Why have you done this? How did the dragon die? How did the dragon fall to its death? How does that even happen? How did that even happen? How did he... How? What? How in the hell does a dragon fall from the sky? That's just impressive. Like, he fell to his death. How? How did you manage to do this? It was Horus. He was behind this. It was Chaos. Chaos was involved somehow. Well, fucking sons of bitches. My son, Alpha really doesn't have a very good track record when it comes to wives. His second wife just died of the pox. There was another wife. The Maester fucked that one up. So yeah, he had a cannibal dragon happen. And interestingly, if you have a cannibal dragon that happens inside your dragon pit, it'll start to eat the other dragons, which I think is cool. But yeah, I'm just waiting. Just waiting to get more gold, and then I am spreading out my territories. We have taken this and given it over to Omegon. These aren't actually rebuilt. It's just I've grabbed the territory in order to give it to my sons so that they can start breeding. Someone killed Marius. It was very suspicious. Mysterious circumstances. Of course he dies under mysterious circumstances. How else would he possibly die? What the f... Who keeps... What? Stop this! Who is systematically wiping out all my sons? What the fuck? What the hell is this? Oh, he killed his brother. Or his uncle or something. He is responsible for Angron's death. Well, shit. I guess we're just gonna keep that to ourselves. Like, the imperial politics is already starting. It's getting messy. It's gonna get really... More kids. It's gonna get really messy, because I'm giving territory off to various branches of the family. There's just gonna be so many claimants. All of them able to get on to, like, control dragons. It's gonna be messy. It's gonna get real messy. But that means we've almost connected all my borders together. Fucking, the Emperor might actually live long enough to see all of the lands restored. I mean, not quite restored, but, yeah, built back up again and connected back together. The fuck is this supposed to be? It's 700 years old. It marched for day and night, thick jungle. We finally... I kind of think, like, Sanguinius has got in the mind to give one of his sons and grandsons new territory. And start rebuilding in, like, southern thing and, like, surpass the old empire. I just think he's going here himself to, like, scout the area because he can. Like, who's gonna stop him? March of days through thick jungle and mud, we have finally come across our first remnant of civilization. It seems to be a large stone building overgrown with vegetation. It's this. I remember this from This is I didn't even know they had this. Okay, this is the puzzle from the Valyrian event in Crusader Kings fucking in Crusader Kings 2. Entering tomb, I notice a large square room depicting Valyrian knights and beautiful marbles. See large gold pile. There's a sarcophagus. I found a skeleton inside. Receive the treasure and conclude your expedition. Interestingly, there was a chance to get Valyrian steel armor, so that might be worth repeating potentially. This place actually has throne room models, look. Which actually looks pretty fucking cool. And then I also actually have a whole custom model for the hall, which is pretty fucking nice. Not gonna lie. Okay, ladies, we've taken all of the territory. And I will introduce you guys to the Bannermen, because I've set this up pretty well. We are currently 96 years old and still in good health. The Emperor is he's a god Emperor. He can never die. He's invincible. Yeah. As far as the Bannermen go, basically the entire southern half is comprised of various branches of House Belaerys. This place is acting as my Dragonstone for all intents and purposes for the heirs to the Empire, which is currently Daemon the Black Drake. Yeah, the southern half is basically all Belaerys. There are 159 of House Belaerys right now. The moment they start splitting up into cadet branches and turning on each other after the Emperor dies is going to be chaos. Some of the Emperor's children, of which he has 30, I've started marrying people and making the kids have the mother's name in order to continue other branches of the family. Like, for instance, my son that rules from this little volcano fortress over here, with its own custom model, which looks pretty cool. Magnus rules over here, but he is a member of this family. Then I've given the northern areas of Valyria to other branches and other nobles. Because I do want some nobility. I want other dragon riding houses. I don't want it all just being Belaerys. So you got these boys. You do have Belaerys controlling the center mass here, because this big-ass, important-looking area is... Yeah, that had to be under control of... Oh my god, yeah, he needs that. This house is really cool, which is House Pedagon. It's kind of a play on House Pendragon, the golden dragon on the field of crimson. I quite like it. I think it looks kind of cool. These guys are originally from Ashai, because they were a bunch of people from Ashai over here. And I forced them to change religion, and they then made a new culture called the Imperial Shadowmen culture. But they're pretty cool, so I gave them control of that. I do like their sigils. They're pretty kind of cool. But yeah, I wanted some nobility in the thing to give sort of a dynamic. The Emperor basically guaranteed that Belaerys is going to stay on top. The only issue is, and this is where the politics is going to come in later, is when this 159 people end up splitting off, making different cadet branches, or just turning on each other. And that's where the stuff's going to come in, is the Belaerys are going to fight amongst themselves. That's going to be their biggest downfall, is the fact that there's so many of them spread out across so many fucking places. And all of them are blood-related, so all of them have a technical claim to the Empire. So it's just going to boil down to who has the best dragon, really. And we'll see what happens. But that's where the politics is going to come into play, and and Valyria is going to rip itself apart again, pretty much. The doom's going to be political rather than elemental this time. However, despite the fact that I have grabbed all of this territory, it's all still ruined. So I'm just holding it in name only, really. It still requires a lot of building up. Plus, I kind of want Sanguinius to go down in history as the man who, unified everything, and then his descendants are probably going to ruin everything. So we are going to attack Volantis, and I might actually take Volantis for myself, because I still do have some sons. I like these guys. The Pedagon family is actually pretty cool. I like the sigil and the spin on House Pendragon. We're going to take Volantis. I can do tributary states, which I might consider for places like Pentos and Tyrosh and stuff, and maybe Dawn can be my tributary state. We'll rally the boys, and then march over there. And hopefully Volantis hasn't been, preparing too much with Scorpion Bolts and stuff, waiting, because there's no way they don't know that Valyria is back at this point. Wait, what? What happened? Oh, fucking hell, I jinxed myself. You killed Corvus! Who? Just Scorpion Bolts. Someone in the army. Fucking hell. One dude. One guy survived from that. The fuck? You killed a dragon. I'm really tempted to burn all your shit. If I didn't plan on keeping Volantis... we won't drag it up. I think we end this, and I give Volantis to one of my kids. Probably this guy. Not quite as good as my other sons, but it is what it is. He is a half-breed, so, you know. The Emperor is 101, ladies and gentlemen. And then those political ramifications I was talking about are starting to show up, because we now know who murdered my eldest. It was Daeron, the Handsome. My eldest son, his own son, murdered him. And then he proceeded to be crushed slowly to death on the orders of Lord Gillen the Bloody of Meereen, who crushed him to death slowly. And his son, Prince Rhaegal, was killed under suspicious circumstances, so I'm pretty sure he was involved in that as well. And now Fulgrim is attacking the Crown Prince because he's a murderer. And I'm pretty sure probably had something to do with this. Family's already ripping itself apart. I mean, I don't think the Emperor's going to have to do much in the way of anything to deal with these lot, to be perfectly honest. This is the thing. When these guys fight... Oh god, they've joined. Yeah, when these guys fight, dragons start dying. And people start, you know, fire and blood and shit, so... Oh god, this has escalated a bit. This has escalated a bit, because that's a lot of people involved now. Daemon's trying to, I guess, avenge his son? It's really hard to keep track of the family trees, honestly. But the Emperor's just gonna fly straight to the capital and put an end to this. Yeah, let them run. They can run. The Emperor's not too interested in killing dragons. He values the dragons' lives. So if they run, they'll run. But if they dare to attack him, it'll be the end of them. The War for the Revenge ends. The Emperor puts an end to it. One of the princesses died of the pox, apparently. The Emperor continues to get overwhelmed by stress, but that stress is giving me more money. He is so good, by the way, now. He is so fucking good now. I might actually swap him to learning in order to get the health boost, and then make him live for as long as humanly possible. Even if that loses me a bit of money, it does, but I'll have the health boost. And I think our next order of business will be bringing Lys into the fold, because I kind of want to put Rogar or somebody else in charge of Lys. And then after that, we just make the rest tributary states, or we just take everything. I kind of like the idea of Emperor Sanguinius just fucking unifying everything, for like, just restoring the Valyrian Empire back to its former glory, restoring the Freehold, and then he dies, and then his children rip apart everything. Daeron was just killed in a trial by combat against Aelor, my grandson. But I guess for his crimes. Fuck. See what I mean about the family killing each other? And like, just, yeah. The Emperor's not even dead yet, and the family's already destroying themselves. To be fair, Daemon brought it on himself. He was kind of a dick. He was kind of a dick, not gonna lie. My heir is now Dragar, the White Drake, though. A lot better, he's more loved than his father, at least. Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot of dead people. Oh, Magister Rogar was killed. Fly over the enemy's position, sending speed, finding gulps. Can you imagine being incinerated by this thing? Slowly just expanding. I think we might take everything, honestly. Just to have his legacy be unifying all of Essos. Yeah, a Dane has a dragon in Westeros. It's fascinating. His mother is a Targaryen, so it kind of makes sense. Each door pulses faintly with an unseen force, as though beckoning me forward. Yet there's no indication of what lies behind them. My eyes flicker between them, my mind racing. Is this the end of the palace, or is it the beginning of something far worse? My instincts scream at me to choose carefully. But no matter what, I know there's no turning back. One of these doors holds the path towards my future, or my doom. I'm kind of tempted to take the purple one, because that's Belaerys' whole shtick, is purple. I refuse to choose any other option. I just kept spamming the red door just to see what the options do, and then it turned me into a fucking bear. What? I'm pretty sure bear's one of the devs, so I am now a bear, dude. You are an actual bear with all the added fur, teeth, and love for salmon. Don't eat me, please. Dude. Dude. I'm almost tempted to continue like this if it wasn't just ridiculous. But I am going to take a... It's staying in the video. I'm just picking the door option to see what it does. This is kind of funny. Well, that was eventful. The bear thing. I wasn't anticipating the bear thing. That's something that happened. Ah. And Balerion the Black Dread dies of old age. Okay, well, let's spice things up a bit, boys, because I'm slightly worried now that my dragon's getting on in the years. Not necessarily that he, like, the Emperor is indestructible and just can't be killed. He is 110. He shows no signs of dying. He is terrible at fighting now because of his old age. He's not much of a fighter anymore, but he has a dragon. He doesn't need to be. We are going to send out messages to all of the remaining free cities, basically saying, Valeria claims you. We have come to bring our wayward children home. Bend the knee or die. And I'm going to do it to all of them at the same time. Why? Because because individually they stand no chance. But together they might actually stand a chance. We'll find out. My ally should make short work of the rest. Fucking Tyros pussied out and just abandoned Mir to fight me themselves. Very slowly taking Mir. Yeah, I mean, the Essos has no chance. The dragon is opium. But shit, that's why I was wanting to attack all of them at the same time. We'll make short work of all these guys. In his old age and seeming immortality, he's going a bit crazy. I have an option to cook a dragon egg. That's a thing that I could do. I've given up keeping track of the family, honestly. It's gonna be bad when he dies. I just know it is. It's gonna be real bad when he dies. Like, who are you again? Oh, he went to Westeros. There's a Belaerys in Westeros. My great-grandson refused to marry and then left and then went to Westeros. Hey, there's a Rickon Stark as Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. Don't ask me why the Night's Watch has Poland as its banner. That's something else. These guys are like, attack them. They've realized that my territories are actually, like, just paper fucking shells. Because they don't have anything defending them. Oh shit, what? Who's this? Oh, it's a Targaryen. What's a Targaryen doing here? Targaryen's involved in this? No. She's just here. So I'm turning the forces to ash below me. Hot wind gushing past me, and narrowly avoid a torrent of flame soars above my head. Looking up, I see the dragon. It's a 22-year-old princess. Why is she here? Why is she in Tyrosh? She's married to a Baratheon who's also in Tyrosh. I guess she's just here. Stupidly. If she wants a fight, she can have one. They have lower the battle across the smoking field. I see him. Yeah, she's fucked. Like, who goes up against this thing, dude? You had a shitty little baby dragon up against the White Death. Like, I'm pretty sure I just swallowed her whole. Any sense of defense, Secure dives straight into him. Tries to evade, but then raises wings in defense. Each is torn through by our teeth and claws. Dude, I'm so much bigger than this thing that I'm pretty sure I could swallow it whole. But, there's the blood in the water. We just killed a Targaryen. And we gained a rival of the Iron Throne. A feud has broken out between the Belaerys and the Targaryens. I mean, in fairness, she attacked me. She tried to, like, ambush me in the middle of the thing, and then all the king saw was, kill her. Like, Palpatine, like, execute Order 66. Kind of vibe. So cool, do it. And then he fucking roasted the bitch. Didn't even roast her, just swallowed her whole, as far as I'm concerned. Well, Tyrosh will soon fall. If the Targaryens decide to push their luck, they will quickly learn that it was a mistake. That's Tyrosh and Pentos dealt with, which just leaves Braavos, who love dragons and have no bad history with the Valyrians at all. Yeah, I mean, the second Sanguinius hears of some upstart fucking heretical dragon lords that have forsaken Valyria and the 14 Flames, and then has the audacity to attack him, and then bitch about it to him. Like, nah, he goes, you know, back the fuck off, you need to be taught a lesson. That girl just started, like, a fucking... That is the equivalent of kicking off World War I or some bullshit right there. Has it occurred to me that the Danes have dragons, but they're actually independent? Like, the Danes have a dragon, but the Dawn is still independent. But anyway, we're gonna take Braavos, and then I'm gonna turn my attention to the Seven Kingdoms. You wondering where I get the gold from, other than just the fact that I'm now making 250 gold a thing? I can also demand gold for all the hooks that I have, and also sell people into slavery. And just think how much gold we're gonna get when we turn these little Targaryen bastards into a tributary state. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna humiliate them. I'm not gonna conquer them, I'm going to humiliate them. And probably kill a lot of them. Why? Because that one bitch attacked me, and then the Targaryens got mouthy. And now they need to be put in their place. The moment of reckoning is at hand. I want to make them fucking pay me money for the rest of his life. And considering that Sanguinius lives forever, I want to make them my bitch. I want to teach them a fucking lesson. It's gonna take me a while to gather up. I just want to humiliate them and teach them a fucking lesson. I can rally almost 100 and something. I'm gonna go straight over to Westeros and just attack the fuckers. Westeros has rallied like all of its boys. All of its boys. It's not gonna be enough. Yeah, they're gonna cross. There we go. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Here we go. My allies are coming in as well. Oh shit, what happened? Was that one of mine or one of his? That was one of his. That was definitely one of his. This is gonna take a lot of... Oh shit, it was the king! It was King Daemon! He got immediately fucking roasted by my heir! Dragar! The white dread just fucking roasted the king. And also roasted Princess Baela. Princess Valena, yes. It's already beginning. The dragons. The dance of dragons. The Reaper of Westeros, basically. Oh god, yeah, there goes Daeron. They're on the sly. Doom delivered. Gloria to us all. Our dragon, yes. And many other commanders. Heroic actions of Maegor on Dragonback. Yeah, that was brutal. I show up and I just fucking eat their king. I eat their king, I kill one of his kids. It's... Yep, well, this is why you don't start shit you can't finish. That wasn't even me using my big dragon, by the way. That's the thing. I didn't even get to be a part of that. Let's go fuck up their... Let's go fuck up all their banner men. Over here, lads. Come on. Over here. You'd imagine, like, this entire time they must have heard of the Belaerys, and the fact that old Valyria has returned. And it's probably being concerned for a great amount of time. And the Targaryens have probably shoved it off as like, oh, we'll defend ourselves if they come against us. Do we burn the Red Keep a little? They teach him a lesson? Oh, look how many have died. Was killed by the sister of the Jewel. Oh, that's the other sister that I killed. Daemon, come out and die. Oh, it's King Daemon. He fled. He ran away. I am so tempted. I am so tempted to just burn King's Landing to the ground. But, no. I don't think I will. I don't think I'll destroy the entire region. Entirely, unless the Targaryens piss me off, but I have to send a message, so we will very much destroy the living shit out of most of it. Dares to face the White Death. Does she have a dragon? Oh, well, that answers that fucking question. I didn't even get to kill it. This is the thing. I have an extremely overpowered dragon, but it's not getting to do anything because all my other dragons are fucking incinerating everybody. The Shrewd. She's not very shrewd. There goes another one, boys. And King Daeron. Eaten by... Damn, my... Dragar is really kicking some ass. He's hunting Targaryens. There's a queen on the Iron Throne currently, so basically what we're gonna do is make Westeros a tributary state. The Targaryens will kneel. And I'll probably marry a Belaerys boy to the Queen of Westeros. I'll force a betrothal between all of the Targaryen princesses and Belaerys boys. You know what the problem is with Westeros, ladies and gentlemen? It's full of Targaryens. You gotta breed them out. It's kind of like the problem with Scotland. It's full of Scots. Yeah. All that remains, actually, is to fucking bring Dawn into the fold. Which I might just take for myself as my own personal thing. And then it will always be a threat on the edge of the Targaryens' borders. But yeah, the Targaryens just lost a lot of cred for that pathetic family. They're going to go into crippling debt, is the thing that's going to happen. Oh well. We'll make them set up their marriage alliances and stuff, and then we'll, yeah. Whatever happens, happens. I mean, fucking... The Emperor has no signs of dying. He is still perfectly fucking healthy, apparently. He is just immortal. At this point, I'm pretty sure he's going to start referring to himself as the 15th Flame of Valyria, and to start referring to himself as a god. So...